Hello, it's me Boone, and today I'm going to be showing you all of the things that have been changed in the newest Wally update. So, without further ado, let's go. So, one of the biggest and the most amazing changes, aesthetically pleasing for me, and this is going to be what I'm going to start out with the video because this is something I wanted to do for a long time, is not the bombs bounce when they hit the ground. Oh my gosh, look at this. It's beautiful. Oh, we have bouncy bombs. Oh, sorry. We're going to be just looking at these bombs bounce just a little bit. Okay, now in a more serious sense, we actually had a couple of changes to some of the dungeons. The most notable one is that the black and white dungeon is now back. I think this is my favorite dungeon because of how much we changed the aesthetics, you know? We just like throw all of the, it's like all of a sudden we throw color out of the window. We're like, oh yeah, look at this. We're going to be working without color and stuff. There are a couple of changes though in this dungeon, and probably even seeing this is with these enemies. The first one is that the circle enemies are now going to be shooting these explodey circles. And the next is I thought it would be interesting if we introduced these kind of like mini bosses. The idea is simple. For 3 floors, you're going to get one of 3 different mini bosses. The first one is the dragon, then is the and the dragon kind of shoots in a kind of shotgun-y pattern. The next one is going to be the ant lion. They have a lot of health, but at this point you should be like, this is like okay, so we have the default fox lion dungeon, then you have the spider dungeon, that's the second one, then you have the cloak dungeon, and then you have this dungeon, which is the black and white dungeon. So we're going to be starting out fighting out these one of 3 different bosses, and each one is going to be really strong in a different sense. So the dragon is very strong from a shotgun. The fox lion is then we have the cloak. So the cloak is going to be using one of his attacks from one of his boss fights, which is this one. I chose this attack because I wanted to make sure each boss was strong in a different sense. This cloak is strong at shooting you behind corners, and then the fox lion one is deadly in open spaces because he's really good at getting you at long range, whereas the dragons maybe scarier at close range. And then after 3 floors of fighting these 3 different bosses, I thought, okay, now it's go time. This on the 4th floor, you're going to have an arena with all 3 different bosses. Depending on their spawn location, they might be far from each other or they might be close to each other. So looks like this one only spawned the 2. But there are some times when like a dungeon generator puts all 3 of them close by. Oh, and it is terrifying. The next thing that I did was I added this. It's the saw blade dungeon. I took away saw blades in the first dungeon and second dungeon and put them in this dungeon. And this is just so they can feel a lot more special. But you can also re-add saw blades back into dungeons by choosing them from a curse. The spider dungeon taught me that if you wanted to have like a very good synergy of things, one thing that could really help is simply having like only having spiders in one dungeon and stuff, and that made the whole thing very special. Oh my gosh, am I gonna die? Do I suck at Wally? Oh my gosh. Wait, we're gonna turn on invincibility modes for testing purposes. Then after a couple of floors, you'll have the Omega large saw blade. It won't show up here. It'll show up in this 3rd one. Wait, where is it? No, where's our large saw blade? Oh, maybe one didn't spawn. There's only like 2% chance that it'll spawn in a different tile set. Maybe you'll find the ridiculously large one in your game. Then we have the bomb dungeon. Oh my gosh. One thing that I did change about this is now we're going to have a new enemy called the wall spawner. It creates walls and kind of traps you inside. It's a very scary enemy. But I want to show you one of the coolest areas ever. I call this the I think it's called the tile dungeon. That's the best name I could come up with it with. You have a series of tiles on the ground, and instead of having a multitude of enemies, you'll only have one. And depending on the tile that he touches, he's going to have a different attack. That one spawns a giant rock. Oh man, look at that. And you're gonna fight him, I think 2 floors feels the best right now. Because on the first floor that you fight him, you only get like half of the tiles, but on this one you get all of the tiles. Each one does a different thing. This one spawns a random enemy with a supercharged effect. Let's see if he spawns a good one. Ooh, and if you choose a lot of curses for the dragons, oh, that's gonna be really scary. Then after this, you're going to get a dungeon that I've thought would be amazing to have. I call this the dungeon of Ah. Oh wait, oh, I guess we fight for 3 floors. In this dungeon, everything is an A. It is just insane. Instead of shooting bullets, you shoot A's. You don't have like, oh my gosh, what's the word? Shoot. Sorry, something is still a little weird. Okay, look at every single thing here is an A. The damage numbers, the bullets, they're like screaming, as they're running through the walls, they're in their hit frame, they're yelling out, everything is just, oh my gosh, maybe this is how I sort of felt throughout the entire pandemic and how like, it was just like everything was spiraling out of control. This is how I would handle my rage. I made this enemy, look at his face, it's just A's, he's frozen. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This area is definitely like the least finished yet, but I'm including it because it's a wonderful memory of 2020. Screw 2020. Oh, and I hope you loved of it. It's that's hilarious. Everything is in A. Oh my gosh. And if we start hitting enemies, instead of saying combo, it just says oh my gosh, it is beautiful. There's a lot of other things that are in the game, but these are some of the dungeons I'm working on. After this, I'm gonna be working on 2 bosses. The one after this one, and maybe one that takes up the entire screen, so we can have a proper final boss, you know? That's and once I'm done with those 2 things, I feel like I'm good with Wally. Like it's strange to say, but I really feel like I've said everything I needed to say when it came to Wally. You know, like what did I really want to do with this game? I wanted to really yeah, it's like everything I wanted to say has been said. Maybe if I have another idea, I don't know, but I feel like by completing the 2 more bosses and giving that dungeon a little bit more love and attention to detail, I am really happy of what I have, you know, to be able to give and share with others. Oh man. Oh man. Hope you've been good. It's been crazy. Let's just play a little bit of Coco. Coco is amazing. There's a lot of small attention to detail things that we've done, and it's oh man, it's just good. Oh, we have a little bit of flashing effects. Oh, look at the bump. Look at the bump. Oh, it's beautiful. I've wanted to do that for forever. The other day I was like, I'm actually gonna do it. Let's go. Let's finish it. Let's do the little bomb squish effect. It's good. Well, I think that might be it for today. We'll upload this on Steam, and I hope you have a very wonderful day. Thank you very much for taking the time to check this video out. Take care.